just clutching his back, and he gives very, very good hugs. Jay-Z. It was lovely. It was a lovely moment.
I love that Glastonbury headline set when he just came on and there was that great moment.
Did Wonderwall.
He just went, hello, I'm Jay-Z. Maybe you didn't get the memo, but I'm pretty effing good. And then just kicked into 99 Problems, didn't he? It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah, so many, many moments.
My thanks to Bob Harris, Elaine Page and Joe Wiley. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
It's been lovely. What a revelation.
Yeah.
Such fun. Thanks, Dermot.
Download BBC Sound and search for more episodes of Radio 2 All Stars, including ones with Ken Bruce, Claudia Winkleman, Trevor Nelson, and Zoe Ball, Tony Blackburn, and Rylan. This has been an Aura et Royal production, and this is BBC Radio 2 on your smart speaker.
88.1 FM.
Yeah.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Anthony Birchley. The United States has become the latest country to require people arriving from China to show a negative COVID test because of a surge of infections since Beijing relaxed many of its coronavirus rules. Italy, Japan, Taiwan and India are also bringing in travel restrictions for Chinese visitors in the new year. The UK hasn't announced any measures yet, but Paul Hunter, a professor of medicine at the University of East Anglia, isn't too concerned.
China is in a very difficult place at the moment, a very dark place with COVID. There's no doubt about that. I don't think that the Chinese situation at the moment will generate many more cases elsewhere in the world because the variant that's circulating in China is already on its way out globally.
The Met Office says 2022 is on course to be the hottest year ever recorded in the UK. Initial figures show that every month except December has been warmer than average. Mike Kendon, who's a climate information scientist from the Met Office, says it's a worrying sign for the planet.
Our climate is warming, and clearly as it warms, not only will we expect more high temperature records to occur at individual weather stations, but we will expect to see national scale records becoming increasingly broken, so warmest months on record or the warmest year on record. So we are likely to see this again going into the future.
President Zelensky has told his country's parliament that resistance to the Russian invasion has made Ukraine a global leader. In an end-of-year speech to MPs, Mr. Zelensky said the country's defiance had united the European Union and helped the West rediscover itself. Police in Birmingham are questioning two men in their 20s about the death of a man at a nightclub in the city on Boxing Day. Non-league footballer Cody Fisher, who was 23, was stabbed to death on the dance floor at the Crane in Digbeth. The impressionist Rory Bremner has paid tribute to the comedian and satirist John Bird, who's died at the age of 86. John Bird won 2 BAFTAs in a long career and became known for sketches performed alongside John Fortune on the Channel 4 show Bremner, Bird and Fortune. Rory Bremner says his favourite part of the programme was watching his colleagues at work.
This was two friends at the top of their game, making each other laugh, or trying not to make each other laugh, with a piece that they'd researched and made notes on. The way they worked, they never scripted it. They always had notes which allowed them to kind of have those pauses. So it made it seem real, but the punchlines were absolutely honed. It was just blissful, and to be in their company was the most wonderful thing.
In tonight's football, Manchester City have moved up to second place in the Premier League after beating Leeds 3-1 at Ellen Road. In the Scottish Premiership, the top two both won comfortably. Celtic beat Hibernian 4-0 and Rangers won 3-0 at home to Motherwell. Quick look at the weather, and blustery showers will continue tonight, especially in the west. Should be drier in the southeast with clear spells. That's the latest BBC News at approaching 3 minutes past 10.
Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's Trevor Nelson's Magnificent Seven.
And thank you to Dermot O'Leary, Joe Wiley, Bob Harris and Elaine Page. Isn't it intriguing? It's brilliant, that show. Tomorrow it's going to be Jeremy Vine, Sarah Cox and Michael Ball. Well, welcome to the Rhythm Nation. Magnificent Seven starts the show as it always does. 7 big tunes all lined up for you.
The Magnificent Seven on BBC Radio 2.
7.